You might not like it, Cesar, but this is what peak gaming looks like.
Whoa, go back to the shop.
Yeah,
That's what I was trying to see.
Didn't realize you were 12, man.
What do you mean, Cesar? It's so good.
It is not.
Oh,
XX Tentacion would be so happy to hear.
Oh, Cesar's favorite.
you don't like solo leveling?
No, he does. He hates Fortnite though. He was like,
Yeah,
damn. Of course, he was like, of all the collabs.
Dude, I'm copping it when I go home.
What, the Snow Miku?
Yeah, I'm gonna cop the Snow Miku.
To be fair,
I'm gonna cop that, and then I'm also gonna cop. Where is it? I'm gonna cop the Jordans. I love the infrareds so much.
God damn.
Free
Spending.
game.
Spending
love
it is
money.
free. You just need to buy it.
Wait, go back up. What song is that? Hail to the... Oh, hell.
Hail to the king.
Cop it?
No.
But that's such a good song.
Damn, all the Power Rangers are leaving today.
Dude, I'm not paying 500.
Why the fuck is the
V-Bucks
Kim
for it.
K still on, dude? Like, that needs to go.
Money.
Money.
I wanted to get the battle pass for the Kill Bill stuff.
Oh, I have the Kill Bill stuff.
Oh shit.
The Doom 2099 goes hard.
You're not gonna play Iron Man?
Juice World.
Juicy World. Juicy World.
Niggas trying to give himself my skins.
No.
Is it like gifted? So you're not trying to play to get the solo leveling skin?
I'm not trying to play Fortnite at all.
Okay.
Come
Two-factor
on.
authentication.
Yeah, I haven't made an Epic Games account, so you can't gift yourself my shit.
Ah, a boy can dream.
So you're practicing Marvel Rivals.
No. No, I have not.
Come on, you can even just play bots, like literal bots.
Dude, I have not stepped into it that much in the longest time.
And the longest, what, you've only had your PS4 for like a month, right?
I know, but like I've only played it like, dude, I have not been playing Marvel Rivals to save my life.
Do you think
I've just been on Fortnite and Battlefield 6.
Fortnite.
I bought Battlefield 6 and that's been really fun.
Do you think the PlayStation like home screen music is copyrighted?
Probably, actually. Who knows? I mean, probably. But also, J.A.C. ain't go find
put up
little
research, she
kids
does get
on
ads.
Marvel Rivals. Why would you play it? Huh? You're not gonna find kids on Marvel
Oh,
Rivals.
great.
You don't know that?
Oh, awesome.
you do,
Wait,
that's why you don't play
Jason,
it.
go back up. That's peak. This is peak.
The
YouTube.
bootleg
The Oni plays 2 moments. Not even it's third party Oni plays video. Evil.
evil.
Even though they do have the best videos. Yeah, my YouTube just mostly gets used for like
Turn that shit
this
down.
shit.
Huh?
Turn that shit down. With the AI generated background?
Oh yeah. My favorite. That's what there was like
What
some
is that? What does the sign say?
Habuku
Woods. And then watch this window here. It kind of just like disappears.
Nice. I love AI videos so much. Feed me more
No,
slop.
it's one of those like paper walls that you lift up.
Oh yeah, like it's like a garage door.
Do you think when you saw the Will Smith eating spaghetti AI generated video in 2018, you'd think it would get this far?
Yes.
You did?
When I saw the
You
hype,
did?
when I saw the hype of like the Balenciaga Harry Potter runway show, and they mentioned it on like the radio news, I was like, I've hit peak life. I knew I was born in the right generation.
I just thought it was funny because I keep getting getting these videos of people being like, "This is why your RAM is $900."
I was like, yeah. I was watching something. They're like, that's why Sony and Microsoft aren't gonna make any new consoles anytime soon because the price of RAM going up.
They're delayed like 2 years.
which I'm cool with. Thank God, I just got my PlayStation. Just give me more time. I know, because I was like, damn, it's almost that mark where they always like come out with a new console. I was like, fuck, was it good to buy it? And then I heard the news, and I was like, it was a good time.
We up.
We but I'm not up because I would get the next new gen console.
I think Steam Decks are also sold out now.
Mm.
My friend keeps telling me about his Steam Deck, and I'm like, thank you, Javi. Why would you think that would make me feel better?
And then on that same topic, I just thought it was funny. I kept getting those videos of people being like, "Why would you ever get the fucking the Steam Cube? You basically should just get a computer at this point."
I mean, that's what it is. It's a mini computer basically.
Yeah.
Because you put whatever software you want on there, and you use whatever controller you want on there.
You're telling me I could fuck it up and just be like, I want
Yes.
this to be like a Mac.
Oh, dude, that'd be crazy.
I mean, you could, but I'm pretty sure Apple will say no.
It's like, what's this?
So you're telling me we're committing fraud?
That was so funny when I worked at Apple. They're like, "Do you want to have the Microsoft like loadout, like change the software internally?" And I was like, I heard the selling point, and I was like, so they just came to the Apple store to get like a whole Microsoft setup is crazy.
Like everything, like down to like every like aspect of Apple or what? Like they're like computer,
Like Microsoft
laptop,
hardware?
phone,
Like no, like
watch.
no. So he came in and he's like, I want the Mac Studio, okay, but I wanted to run Windows, and I was like, oh. And then also I want all of like I want Copilot, I want this, that, I want Microsoft Word instead of like notes. And I was like, okay, like why'd you come here? Why did you come here? I don't see why you're doing that. I feel like it'd be cheaper and you'd have better answer a better answer to your questions if you went to a Microsoft store.
Did he want to run like a virtual machine on it? Or like, what was his plan?
Maybe that's why you don't work at the Apple store anymore though.
Yeah.
You're like,
No,
I'm
he didn't
fucking-
ask me. He asked like one of my coworkers. I just like when like you're
Oh.
doing something and you have to pause what you're doing just to look behind you, just like the what the. I like when they vent to me. They're like, "I'm moving back to Google or Microsoft," and I was like, "Okay, I don't know how to work your phone." Like in the sense of like switching it to like a different company, like Xfinity and all that. Like, dog, I don't know how to help you. Maybe that's why I didn't work there anymore. I was like, why are you telling me this? Go tell your phone company. Go get a phone over there. Why are you telling me? Like, I'm not gonna stop you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are better.
No, I don't know. I think a lot of people, well, specifically iPhone users, like when I worked at T-Mobile, a lot of iPhone users, for some reason, like when it comes to iPhones, they want to buy it through Apple first and then come to the store like with their iPhones, even though it's like the same fucking iPhone that they already have in store, like and shit. But
Yeah.
everyone buys their iPhone first and then goes takes it and like activates
Yeah,
it or gets it like
there's a
set up with their
stigma about
service or
that.
whatever.
No, to be fair, it's better to do it that way.
Why?
Sometimes,
'Cause-
not all the time. Sometimes.
Because
I mean,
you,
like,
you
if
buy it unlocked from like Apple itself.
It
Versus
Yeah.
comes
like
unlocked if you buy it outright as well. Like
No.
it takes you have to call in and be like, hey, I also want to unlock this. Can I get the unlock code after that?
Yeah,
And even then, sometimes they're like, okay, you have to wait like 2 weeks for us to get the code for you.
that is true.
I mean,
Because when you get it at the Apple, it's just like there's no contract. You're just buying a phone. But when like you go to
So-
like T-Mobile and get an iPhone through them or like AT&T through them, they may like a lot of the times they're like, we need you to do a contract with us.
so like if you do have to do a contract or like have to do leasing, then it makes sense to me. But like I've never met someone who's actually made use of the fact that they had an unlocked iPhone because everyone who buys a new iPhone every year is just keeping the iPhone anyways. So I'm like, I don't know. Is it to me it seems trivial that the deal breaker is like my phone comes unlocked for the without me having to call T-Mobile and wait 60 days.
It is good to go to the Apple store if you like pick like an off-brand, not off-brand. What's the right word? Where like when you want to get like a phone that's like unlocked, but a really different provider like Google. Like what do they have? What does Google have? Like okay, so basically like it's good to own like go to the Apple store and get it because Like if you go out of the country, yeah, it's gonna help out because like to get the Sims card, and like also there's like certain phones that are like, oh, we need the Sims, or like it's like I forgot what it was when I was there, but it was like, hey, like I'm not like Mint Mobile,
Okay, if
like
you're
that.
buying a phone, if you it's like, who's buying Mint Mobile? Are you buying Mint Mobile because you like Ryan Reynolds or because you don't got money? Because if you don't got money, you're not buying an iPhone outright, right? Like it's like, oh my god, the people who drive like the Mercedes Benz are never gonna be able to afford like premium gas. It's like they afford the premium car. They're gonna afford the premium gas, and it's like, no,
Mm,
I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me.
I think in
Like
today's culture, people are fine with going like massive debt. So they're like, oh yeah, let me get this iPhone, go put it on a pay or like buy now, pay later plan, or I'm gonna put it on a credit card type shit, and it doesn't matter where they buy it, they just go do
Maybe
that
maybe that's
regardless.
why, cause like maybe because of T-Mobile's credit checks. Cause like
yeah, but okay. So if your problem is the credit, so like again, I think the only deal breaker would be like the actual like your phone comes unlocked versus not unlocked. Because I haven't worked at any other phone company, but at T-Mobile, if you just buy it outright, they don't run your credit for it.
Yeah, I don't know, and I think there's like that stigma of like, oh, I got it at the Apple store. Like motherfuckers are like, oh, cool, I got it at the store itself.
Right. And then like I don't know. I mean, if you want an iPhone it's whatever, but like generally people who are like min-maxing their shit and like looking at specs and actually like paying attention to what's new on the phone this year other than like new Siri updates and new emojis and shit don't really give a shit about it. And that's why they're picking an iPhone.
I guess the only other reason I can think of is if like people don't have
Like if
like
you
a relative cellular plan, you
like if
know?
you have to if you're like I need the new iPhone the second it comes out, but I'm leaving the country in 2 weeks, then yeah, go to the Apple store. But
Yeah,
like it seems more inconvenient to me in my head to like make 2 stops as opposed to just go to the place where you already had to go where they're going to sell the thing that you're going to buy anyways.
yeah.
Well, to be fair, also like it's really easy to set up now. Like
It,
when we bought Marissa's new flip, you literally just plug it in and it just transfers the SIM right over when you put like transfer files.
Well, it's really easy especially since like most phones are using like eSIMs now.
Yeah.
I think it's just the hard integration for like some people. Like when I worked at Apple, a lot of people are like, I remember I would ask, it's like, oh, okay, like why'd you get the phone? They're like, well, I'm honest, I want to get like the Samsung, like or the Galaxy, or I want to get like the Google Pixel, and I was like, why don't you? They're like, I'm just scared. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, what do you mean you're scared? They're like, I'm not, I'm just been so used to this phone, and like when you go to a different software, and also like different layout, it's just really people are really scared of that change, which I don't blame them. Like in all honesty, I think I would own a Pixel right now if I wasn't like so like Apple. Like I would want to do that like software, but also I would want to get like the quality of a Pixel. It's just more of like, oh man, like it's so hard because you're like, this is what I've been used to my whole life.
The only reason I ever loved Apple is because Snapchat pictures came out really good.
Really?
Most of the apps that it's not that big of a difference now, but like 10 years ago or whatever, like almost all apps were optimized for iPhones specifically. So like if you take a picture on Instagram or Snapchat, it comes out way better if you're using an iPhone as opposed to a better phone with a better camera using Snapchat, it would just be shitty. So like if you don't own an iPhone, it's better to like take a picture and then post it on Snapchat through your gallery.
I never knew that. That's crazy.
Now it doesn't make a difference because like now developers actually optimize for different platforms and shit. And
I mean, depending on the phone, it's still slightly worse, but no.
My sister's had like a Google Pixel for like 5 years. She loves that shit. And she gets really good pictures.
Yeah,
that's what my brother's been on. He's had a Google Pixel since like the Pixel 2 and he's just stuck with it since.
yeah. Like and also I want to venture out. I want to see like the differences. Like and I think not a lot of people want to venture out.
I think it was I mean when I worked at a phone store, it was fun because I didn't have to own the phone. I could just play with like an iPhone all day and learn how to use it and not actually have to own one. So that was fine. But I did want to buy one at one point, only because at the time it was like the only small phone that was like selling. I think it was like when the 11s came out. One of them was like the like 11 mini, and it was small. It's smaller than a dollar bill.
Yo, yeah, the minis.
I would I
Those
always
were
love
fun.
me a gimmicky phone.
That was the only
I would
reason
also love me a
I was
gimmicky phone.
I was gonna
Oh.
switch to iPhone for that phone.
That's why I went for OnePlus all that time for a little while, and then I was like, I should really go back to Samsung. And then I was like, the Fold, you say?
Yeah, I'm not gonna
Nah,
lie, like that.
nah, like I don't know, man. Like 6, 7 years ago, though, like uh the 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 One Pluses were like crazy good when it came to charging, dude. Like I remember a lot of the One Pluses came with like really good charging shit, so you would be able to charge your phone in like 20 minutes, like
I
from
watched
dead
that
to
shit.
full.
I watched that shit happen because I had the 6, the 7 Plus. I had the McLaren edition one, and I think that was it. I think I had like those 3, but I had them for like a really long time. They were really fun, but I liked the gimmick of like the front camera being like the pop-up camera.
Yeah,
And it was like a really good selling point for a bunch of people because it was like, look, try and drop it and the camera recedes because it's like, oh, you dropped it. Let's not
yeah.
break the camera. But
I
then I was like, I want to go back to Samsung, and then like the fold came out, and I was like, tempting, and I got the 2.
Well, and it also used to be like a big selling point that iPhone was part of like Apple, and Apple had been making products like forever, and Samsung was known for making like dishwashers and dryers and shit. So it was like, yeah, you could connect to your smart refrigerator, but now it's like Samsung has become a lot more ubiquitous as like the counterpart for iPhones, where it's like, do you have a Galaxy or do you have an iPhone, as opposed to like, do you have an Android or an iPhone now? Because the majority of people who don't have iPhones have a Samsung.
Yeah, and then I feel like it also goes into like how you want your ecosystem to work out because I feel like that's another big point. Like you want everything to connect so nicely. Like if I have like the iPhone, I want the HomePod, or if I have a Google, I want it to go. Or if I have like a what was like Amazon's thing? It was like
Kindle.
yeah, like Kindle, but it was also like
Alexa?
Alexa, and then also like if I wanted to connect to my TV, if I also wanted to connect to that, like it's all
It
like
has
it's
its like own
all of
little
those.
ecosystem of like things that interacted with each other.
Yeah, like they would talk to each other really nicely.
Like
Like
I don't think
if
I've.
if you get an Apple Watch, you should have an Apple phone, right?
exactly.
I think that was the big thing for a while too. Is that like a lot of people didn't want, like, I felt like other watches were just like way more expensive compared to like Apple Watches. Like if you wanted to get like something really nice and the stuff that wasn't as much, people were like, well, I don't want it because I already have an iPhone, so like I'm just gonna spend an extra 200 to get the watch, like the Apple Watch,
Hmm.
for my iPhone. And then like the same thing, people would be like, some people switched to iPhone because they wanted to get a watch, and they're like, I want the Apple Watch, but it's not like, there's like a bunch of stuff that just wasn't like compatible if you didn't have an iPhone.
Yeah. No, that is hard because like it's like more of like damn the compatibility wouldn't work.
Like it
Because
was
if you have
basically,
like a Samsung and then you get an
well,
Apple Watch, it's not gonna be like
it was basically just a Fitbit. Like
yeah.
that was the only thing it would do, was like nutrition tracking, and that was it.
But I do like the ones who like have different things. Like if I have an iPhone, I'll have a what's it called? An HP laptop, or and then I'll go get a window or HP, then Dell, and then like iPhone, like something like if you meet those people that have such different things, because then they're like, oh, I'm cool with like all different processors and also the different like software and everything, because it's all like they're not communicating how they want to be, but like it's still like I'm like it's like knowing different languages. That's how I've always like I like those people that like have different things, or someone like who was it like Marquise, like how he has like one like Samsung and one Apple phone. Like though, like he wants to like just compare like the different softwares, and also like how would I do better if I had this watch or this like smart TV, like having so many different things. Like maybe they will talk to each other, like for the ecosystem, but it's not going to be the same way. But I know how they all interact, so I know how to like they're just so multi-language on those things.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like now it's not that big of a deal because like now a lot of stuff is just a lot more able to communicate and shit. Like most people don't get green bubbles anymore when they text from like not an iPhone to an iPhone.
Yeah,
Well, they still do. They don't change the setting.
Yeah, but that's on their iPhone part.
Well, yeah.
I guess it always has been, but
Yeah, like
But it can no longer be a possibility of being a problem.
well, they could always change the color. They just never decided to.
no, like they've changed how they send messages.
No, no, no. It still gives you a green bubble. Like if you don't change in the settings, even if you're messaging to like what's the new protocol RSR or something like that, whatever.
RCS or
Yeah,
RS.
RC. Even if you message that with Android, it still sends a green bubble because it's like a software thing in the Apple shit versus like the actual protocol.
I think it's not even a software thing. I think it's like literally like if it was sent from an iCloud account or not.
Maybe, but even then, like they could always change in the settings. They just never do.
I always found that so funny when people are like, "Oh, you have a green bubble," or like a blue bubble. It's just like, bro, I don't care. But like, it's also just a funny statement to do, because it's like as long as someone got my text, I'm chilling. Or as long as someone got my memes, I'm good. I don't give a fuck.
That was Hana before she got an iPhone. She used to get pissed because she was like, I don't like seeing my texts like that on Chris's phone.
That's funny,
I was like,
bruh.
She's still worried about that?
I don't know.
Still worried about that?
Probably.
I think it's also like people saying like it's hard to. Well, now that Cesar brought it up, like how it's like kind of like a cord that transfers everything. It was kind of hard back then to like transfer all your shit from one phone to a different phone.
It was a pain in the ass to try
Yeah,
to
but
like
nowadays it's really easy. But it's also like that's why a lot of people don't switch because they're like, it's so easy. I can just log into my iCloud or whatever Samsung has. But it's just like, well, you can do it now. Like, what were you doing beforehand? Like, maybe it was just a Sims card. But then again, like back in the day, like you
Well,
couldn't be able to do that.
even then it's like you have to save all your contacts to your sim and then you can transfer your physical sim if you're allowed to do that in that like if you're not moving from like carrier to carrier then you can do that but even then if not then you have to like just do everything fucking manually you gotta like write shit down
Yeah, that was not fun.
and even then I don't know it doesn't transfer like everything like a lot of people get I remember a lot of people would get mad when they would get a new phone and
You want to try the peach?
they're like so everything transferred over and it'd be like your contacts your messages and your pictures have all transferred over the same
Peach is
apps
good.
that you had are now on this one but you're gonna have to sign in and they're like so it didn't transfer and I'm like it doesn't save your password when you do a file transfer you just need to put in your password and they're like
Yeah.
I can't
Or one of the things that I don't even think this still hasn't been fixed, but it's one of those like back in the day, like you can still do it now, but like how you had to purchase music before it was all streamed, like that can't transfer over. Like if you bought music on your iPhone, it's only gonna stay on your iCloud account. You can't like bring that over to your next phone if you get like a Google Pixel. That one I remember like that one would like get me in a headlock. I'm like, damn,
well
bro,
that's
I
whenever
just spend so
Wait.
much money on music. I can't even do
yeah
this.
but
You just-
that's when people used to use like iTunes for music
Yeah, you just go through iTunes. You could download the file from iTunes.
Really?
Then you just grab it off your computer.
Oh, thank God. I would not have been ready if someone said that to me at the Apple store. I'd be like, I don't know. I really don't know. You're cooked.
Get fucked, loser. Your music's
you
gone.
see back there we got a that's called the Genius bar back there
Yeah. You see right there? My girl Hannah will get you.
She understands.
Yeah.
Mono.
But yeah, dude, that was like the one thing like that kept me going. I'm like, damn, bro, I spent over $100 in music. How am I gonna transfer that over? And then streaming came, and I was like, well, good thing I just have like a streaming platform. Or RIP when Beats had their own app for music.
It's still around technically.
It's under a different name though, right? It's Tidal, or is it just Apple Music?
It's Apple Music. That's the
Yeah.
only reason why they bought Beats.
Yeah,
Bro, when I
Title's J.A.C.S. streaming
Jay-Z's,
service.
bro,
yeah.
like freshman year of high school, I was listening to like Groove Shark. I was on Pandora.
Yeah, my parents were on Pandora, but I remember like the minute they're like streaming platform exclusive, I was like, damn, I'm in a headlock right now. Like Tidal, when it first came out, they're like, what is that? But Tidal was the only one that have the Life of Pablo.
Yeah,
So I only switched to Tidal because of the Life of Pablo.
that's the only reason people were on Title at all.
Yeah,
That,
bro.
like people were, dude, and I remember that when Life of Pablo came out, people were like hounding this one kid at school. They were like, "Bro, let me get your title login. Let me get your title
Yeah.
login." And he's like, "Fuck off, no." And he was just like, I'm not letting people sign into my shit for free."
And I remember that's what happened when Frank Ocean's Blonde came out. It was only an Apple exclusive. But so was Endless. Endless is still only an Apple exclusive.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm like, damn, I remember paying 2 subscription at one point. I was like, damn, I want the Life of Pablo, but I want Blonde.
You know
And
what?
I can't have both of them at the same platform.
You know what did it for me? Well, like, I used to use YouTube for music for like forever.
Yeah.
And what made me switch to Spotify was that like when I moved into the place in Fort Collins, they had an Alexa, and like for some reason you can't like unless you have um Amazon Music as well, you can't ask Alexa to play shit specifically cuz like it'll default to Amazon Music for some
Yes, you're
reason.
right. Yeah.
Even if you go into the settings and you like specify that you want a different platform as your like preference, it'll always do that. So when you'd ask for something, you'd like have to say on Spotify at the end, which was really fucking annoying. But it was the only other thing that worked on Alexa. So I remember that like when we lived in Fort Collins, Andres was connected to the Alexa, and then he was like he just disconnected because he got mad because like if you play music on the Alexa, you can't play your Spotify somewhere else. So he would be at work and someone would be playing music at home and he'd be like, "What the fuck?" And it would just
I
like
remember
stop his
that.
music
Yeah.
or it would just like switch his shit over.
That's how it was when we had the Alexa at the crib, and I was the one who hooked up mine because I bought the music subscription. And I just remember my mom playing her music, and I'm like, bruh, I need it way more than you. I'm at work. I need this more than anybody
Well,
right
and
now.
then they don't know what the fuck is going on, so they just like they keep telling Alexa to play the
Yeah.
same shit, so it keeps switching your shit over, and then it's not playing anything on their side, or you guys are both listening to the same shit. What I started doing is I would just cue Rock and Roll McDonald's like 6 times.
Rock and roll McDonald's.
Yeah.
I remember I had to text my mom, like, stop.
Well,
Go listen to YouTube or put on the TV. Stop using the music.
and then I was like, this is fucking lame. Just using the Alexa as like a Bluetooth speaker. So I was like, the only thing that's useful out of this thing is that it's like hands free. That I could yell at it and it'll like if my hands are full, I can just yell at it or something. And I was like, it doesn't even do that. So I got Spotify so we can have something to be able to like yell at Alexa so we can play music and shit. And that was like the whole reason I got Spotify and switched over.
That's so funny because now, like, when I use my Alexa at my crib, it'll, like, my sister pairs it and it's, like, automatically goes to, like, now playing from Spotify. And I'm like, damn, I remember the days where it was just Amazon Music. And then I think one of the Gorillaz album was only an Amazon Music exclusive, wasn't it?
Out of my
I
knowledge.
No,
don't
I
know.
just
I don't
remember.
know, but I remember thinking no. Okay, so I got it for that, but then I also remember thinking what really cemented it in my mind was like PlayStation has got it in with with Spotify. So I was like, I remember having a PS4, and then I was like, dude, you can play music from the thing, and it's like same thing, two options: Apple Music or Spotify. And I was like, God damn it, okay, well, Spotify it is. Like, I'm getting Spotify.
I remember when the PS3 came out, and I watched a video about it not that long ago. You had to like download your music into it or use YouTube the app on PlayStation. So I would get a hard drive, and I would put music into it and put it into my PlayStation so I can listen to music. Or if I had like a CD, I would put it in there and just to listen to my music. That was cool. That was a cool moment. I'm like, that was such much like that was so much of a hassle because I would go to my computer, download the music, then put in my like USB drive to put that music into my PlayStation. So if you ever looked on my old PlayStation 3, boom, just nothing but songs.
Nah, dude. I remember like just pirating videos. Cut that. I remember pirating like music videos, and then just I remember just going to YouTube or like going on Google, and it's like YouTube to MP4 or MP3.
Nice.
That was hard. I remember my dad, I would have to tell my dad like I'm like, "Hey, can you burn my CDs? Like I have these music like these songs. Can you put these songs into this one CD, please? I would love it if you did that. You know, I don't see you a lot. So please do this for me at least."
That's the good
That
part
was like
about
one of the
having.
first things I learned to do on a computer was burn CDs.
Oh, bro, I could never, but I remember that's what my mom got into pretty early in the game. But then like my mom was one of those people, you know how they're like don't get caught or like not really, it's like when
You
they're like
wouldn't
we
steal a
will
house.
find you.
You wouldn't steal a car.
Yeah. That was my mom. They caught my mom and I was like, "Oh, it was more of like you cannot download music anymore." It wasn't like as big as it was like back in like those fucking commercials made it sound like, but
What?
I just remember my mom was like, "I can't make you music anymore, like burn you CDs. I can't." Like I got in trouble. I was like, "Aw." And then I just remember my
No,
dad
it
not giving a
probably
fuck.
was not you at all. It probably wasn't her. It was probably LimeWire or Napster getting taken down.
Mine was MP3 Rocket. I never knew what LimeWire was, and I was like, "Damn."
Really?
Dude,
I never had LimeWire. I had MP3 Rocket.
LimeWire was genuinely like my first, because like my parents would never pay for anything that they couldn't like justify for themselves. So like we never had cable and we never had internet. And the reason why is that they're like, I don't use that. Why would we get that? I'm like, I don't use the internet. What the fuck? Why am I gonna pay for that? So like my brother started paying for internet service and we never had cable, but I remember like LimeWire was probably my first introduction into like a lot of stuff that was like on the air and shit, but I just never got to see. Like I watched the first 4 seasons of SpongeBob on LimeWire. I watched like the first 3 seasons of Futurama. I watched a bunch of Family Guy and stuff, and I watched a bunch all of that on like LimeWire and Cars. I remember watching Cars, the movie Cars, which was weird because it was like one of the last things downloaded on that. Because I was like, dude, how is this shit still running? But we gave the family computer AIDS.
Yeah, the viruses would fuck you up, bro. I just remember like one day my mom's like, "What's going on with the computer?" Me knowing damn well I downloaded all this shit, and I'm like, "What happened to the computer? I don't know."
Me googling cool games to play for free at the age of 7. Like, fuck.
I knew those pop-up ads of like download this would fuck me up one day. Yeah, that was the one thing about MP3 Rocket, LimeWire, and like another one that they would give your shit a virus so hard.
Dude, LimeWire was cool as fuck though. I remember LimeWire. LimeWire was so ghetto. You could download LimeWire Premium off of LimeWire.
Honestly, LimeWire was actually slightly better than like those other ones.
Yeah,
Like,
no, they
had
were.
viruses.
It had more of a like a more of a better like heads up.
Did you ever go on LimeWire when it came back?
Mm-mm.
It was so ass.
What was it?
It was just like it.
Oh, really?
Was it just like a torrenting site or?
No, they like when they brought it back, it was basically just like it was either files that people like uploaded of like
I
shitty
like the
recordings of
beach one a
stuff,
lot.
or like poorly distorted, like ripped YouTube files.
I like it. I'm kind of getting lit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I thought it was weird that they were bringing it back, and I was like, "What's the point? Like,
Well, this is like
we already have Pirate Bay."
I'm talking about like the first comeback, not like the recent one.
They made a recent one.
When was the? Well, wait, they had a recent one. Wait, when was the other one? Like,
Like the late 2000s and like early 2010s.
yeah, I remember. I remember in like 2012 or something being like, "What's the point? Like, Pirate Bay's already here. I don't understand." Like, what
Well,
is
like
it?
it was still downloaded on like the desktop at my house, so I was like, I might as well check it out. And I was like, oh, this is pretty shit compared to what I used to do.
Huh?
Major babe.
No, no, not right. No.
Ooh, those fucking apps would fuck you up.
Jason.
Those apps would fuck you. I would get in
Not
trouble
gonna lie,
so
I
much,
just-
bro.
I just when you said those apps would fuck you up so much, I just remembered. I thought it was like the coolest thing ever. I had an app that was like a screensaver, and it was like it would make it so that it was like clear lock screen, and it was basically it fucking killed my battery because it just had your camera on the entire time, and your background was just like whatever was like your camera. So it's like your camera was just always on, and that was your background. And I was like, that's really cool, but it would fucking kill my battery like crazy, dude.
I remember those ones where they're like live wallpaper, and I did it, and I was like, cool. And I just remember my phone just taking forever to move. Like the frame rates would take forever. And my mom's like, "What's wrong with your phone? What's wrong with your phone?" I'm like, "I don't know." And knowing damn well what's wrong with my phone, I'm like, "Fuck, I gotta fucking delete the app."
I remember downloading some real cool and edgy fucking keyboards apps where like it would like redesign your keyboard and shit.
Yeah, those were cool. I remember it was like mine was different. I don't know. This is why
Today
iPhones
on the
were so
podcast,
fucky.
we all talk about how old we are.
Yeah,
Oh.
mine was like you can change the outcome of your like keyboard, but you for iPhone you had to press like where the emoji thing was 3 times, cause it'd go normal keyboard, then emojis keyboard, and then the custom keyboard.
Dude, this sounds like those fake TikToks where it's like come to McDonald's at 3 a.m. and get the Among Us meal. It's like, dude, if you go to your keyboard and you tap the emoji button 3 times, you get a secret keyboard.
Dude, that would.
Dude, I see those videos and I'm like, how could children possibly be so fucking stupid? And then I think about it and I was like, me in 2008 on YouTube watching like Bigfoot sighting in San Andreas, and I'm like, oh my god, I gotta go I gotta go play the game right now. I gotta go look.
I thought I was one of the only one, or one of those like. Remember when Hana had the link that would send you to the guy with like the black guy with the huge cock or something like that?
Oh,
Oh my god, that was fiendish, bro. That was such. Oh, that was terrible. They're like,
That was funny because she started sending it, and then that's when they started sending like previews to the link. So it would just show like a small picture, and it's like,
yeah,
it's
if
not
you
working
hold it,
anymore.
yeah, on the iPhone, it was if you hold it long enough, it'll show you a preview, and you're like, I didn't have to click it. Thank God I didn't have to click it.
Like, oh god, oh god.
I remember we were all with Hana and we're like, send that to your mom. and
She did.
She sent it to Faith and I was like, oh my god, Hana, you're crazy. And then I remember those ones like on Facebook, they're like, if you don't like this or repost this, you'll die or some shit like that. I just remember those being a headlock. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna die,
Damn,
bro.
Hana
Fuck.
shouldn't have sent that to my mom. My mom's one of those like fucking older people that would have been just like, oh, a link to something, click.
I was also one of those guys who got like baited into like, this is how you get free PSN if you click this link. And I was like,
Download for free RAM.
yeah. I was like getting it. I'm like, where is it at? And then my personal information gone. I'm like, oh no.
Damn, all they're getting is my Wizard 101 account.
Dude.
Fuck, no wonder why that's so lost to time.
We were my cousin brought that up. He's like, yeah, my Wizard 101 account got hacked. And I was like,
Dude, I remember being so mad at my mom being like, it's so unfair that you won't buy me a fucking Toontowns account. Like, this is bullshit.
Dude, for my
Damn.
mom threatening me, it's like you can either have MySpace or like the fucking Penguin Club or what is it called?
Club Penguin.
Club Penguin. I was so peeved. I was like, how dare you? And I wanted the little
no.
fur things.
The little
I w-
fuzzy dudes.
Yes, dude. And I was like, do you have a different one? You
The
have to buy
puffies.
them. I was so fucking mad that my mom threatened me with that shit. I was like,
It was the Webkins that came with the tags.
oh,
With
hell.
the game. Oh my god. Those are like my favorite. I'd get like a Webkins toy every year. And it'd be like a new tag to play a different game. I was like, oh yeah, I get to play Animal Caregiver Simulator.
They got us. They got us.
But like, I can dress it up.
Like,
They definitely knew what little girls wanted.
yeah. How fucking dare they? Microtransactions starting that early.
What?
Damn, I just wanted to be a bad bitch and play a bunch of Barbie games.
Mm-mm.
I get a lot of Instagram videos now where it's like they remake this like pixelated like Bratz game, and it's always like, "Hey Diva, what are we
What are we
doing
doing
today?" And it's
today?
like we're tattooing someone. It's like, hell no, bitch. I don't think that's. I don't think we know how to.
Hana.
Hana wants a tattoo.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
Is she-
didn't she say that she's too old to learn any new skills?
that's what I heard.
I told
That's
her
what
she
I
could
heard.
have my tattoo gun, bro. She won't
What?
take it.
Is she still going
Because
after
she's
that?
scared
Like, I
because
assume
she's
that
like,
she's just
that's
gave
gonna
up.
follow me and
I have no
my
idea.
reputation and make me look bad if it's bad. And I'm like, okay.
No, she was always like, I'm gonna get fired if I do that. It's like, you don't even have an apprenticeship.
You
You're
don't even
waiting
have a
to get fired.
job that's anything related to like whether or not you do tattooing on the side, Hana. It doesn't really matter. You can quite literally start your own tattooing business. There's
Well,
people
that-
on Facebook that will like pay you $20 for some shitty tattoo right now if you want to give them a shitty tattoo.
But I don't know. Also, we were like, how would they know? And she's like, they would know. There's just no.
And then I'm like, I told her, I was like, dude, I will give you the fake skin I was given, dog. Like, you can practice on that. She's like, no, I want to practice on real. Okay, practice on me, dog. Like, I don't
No,
care.
it's not even that. She's like, it's bad to do that because then like you get used to the fake skin and that screws up your technique.
I told her she can practice on me, dog. I don't care.
It's crazy. I was like, dude, you could probably do tattooing. It's probably not that big of a deal. Like you could find somebody who's like you just sit them down and give them a free fucking tattoo, whether it
I was
looks
about
bad
to
or
say,
good.
no one's.
There's a ton of people who take a free tattoo
Oh,
regardless of how good it
100%.
comes out.
Hey, whoa there, Tiger. Whoa.
Or whether or not it's sanitary or not.
That's crazy. I remember I went to a party and some guy used the same needle on everyone. I was like,
Bruh.
I
I'm
just
gonna
got
get
baffled.
hepatitis, AIDS.
I remember my friend like, let's do it. I was like, no, this motherfucker only has one needle. We seen him tattoo 3 girls. What do you want me to do?
They look at you, this is rubbing it with alcohol, being like, it's okay, dude, I got this.
Yeah, I remember like
Bro, he
friend-
wishes he's holding a lighter under it.
dude. I remember my friend was like, we got drunk at his crib and we were partying. And he's like, who wants a tattoo? And I was like, damn. Me first. I just got to the couch and I pulled out his equipment and I put it all together. I was like, me first, because
Me.
I knew his ass
You
didn't.
just start putting his hand in
Because
like
he
the
had one
thing, and
needle.
then-
He had one needle left, and I wanted that last needle. So I was like, okay, I'm getting this tattoo first, and that's why I have a fucked up hippie tattoo, like the peace symbol. I just remember the moment where he's like done, and we're like, that looks sick. And my friend Kevin at the time was like, yo, I don't think that's the peace sign. That's the Mercedes symbol.
Wait, what?
I just remember like, nah, bitch, that's the Mercedes symbol. Like, what do you mean? We had to Google
Let
it.
me see it.
No, we finally put the line. He was gonna put all of his equipment like, you can't really see it, but it's like right here.
Oh shit! I see where he made a sticker.
Yeah, like he had to put that line down there. I was at the Mercedes. The Mercedes. I just remember me 7 beers deep. Huh? Like we all looked at the tattoo, and my friend was so drunk when he tattooed me. I was like, "What are you talking about, Bitch, that's the Mercedes symbol, dog. And like we had to, everyone at the party had the Google like peace symbol. I just remember everyone at the same time pulling out their phone and putting, yeah, it's missing that one
They're
line.
like, yeah, bro. Apparently you didn't know what this looks like.
Yeah, dude, because we were just all so drunk, and I just remember my like my friend was like, "Yeah," we high fived. I almost like let it go if my friend Kevin didn't say shit. Thank God for Kevin. Like I almost had the Mercedes symbol just
Comes
branded
over
on.
like, dude, do you drive a Mercedes or something? Like, what are you
Dude, you know it, bro. Like, oh my God, I almost had the Mercedes symbol on me, dog. That was crazy. I was like, ugh.
That's my next move, hopefully.
You know, I bet you guys an AMG boy, Jason.
As a what?
AMG boy.
AMG boy?
What is that?
Maybe. I'm seeing myself as a bench truck motherfucker.
Like a G wagon or like?
Yeah, nah, just kidding. I see the G wagons and I'm like, ooh, but they're cool. But I'm like,
That's basically the Mercedes Jeep.
Yeah.
but then I see the price tag and I'm like, oh, fuck, Jesus
That's-
Christ.
Well, yeah, it wouldn't be a flex if it was cheap.
Yeah,
That's why you do what all those dumbasses do, and to buy it like on or buy it second. I want to say fucking second hand. Be the second owner.
yeah.
Deal with all the fucking issues,
Any motherfucker who owns a Range Rover.
dude.
First owner.
Yeah, first owners deal with all those issues too,
Yeah.
dude. Like,
First Range Rover.
I remember there's this dude when I worked in Texas and he worked at the Range Rover like place and he's like, whenever you want a new car, and I was like, I do need a new car. I crashed my car. And then I was like,
Bruh,
but
I
I
don't
asked
think you
him-
need a new car, honestly.
but I asked him, I was like, hey bro, not to be rude, and I know you're on a date with your girl, but
Date.
don't they have problems? And he's like, oh yeah. Like it's so confident.
I'm
Oh,
glad
yeah.
you have the money to supplement that.
People know what they're buying.
Yeah, and I was just like, you know, the honesty scared me more than like if he lied to me. He's like, oh yeah. I was like, damn, a motherfucker who works at fucking Range Rover's like, they're shit. Like, but I can sell you one with a good discount. I'm like, thank you, bro. Thank you for telling me they're shit cars, and also thank you for the 25% discount.
wait, also, people don't know what they're getting into when they buy those cars.
Yeah, I
That's
guess
like
I guess I should say either people know what they're getting into and don't care, or they don't know what they're getting into.
I would say because like I know so many people who are like, oh, Range Rovers, they're like top of the line SUVs. And I was like, that's shit cars. Like they have so many electrical issues. The engines go out randomly.
For reals.
They light on fire sometimes.
But
My friend who drives an Audi, she's like, oh, I want a Range Rover next. I was like, dog, you are just putting yourself in the wildest predicament, dog. Like, please get a Corolla. Like, get,
I gotta be the average.
Get the
asshole
RAV4, bro.
Colorado driver.
yeah,
dog.
just please do yourself a
Always
favor.
the Range
Rules for
Rover.
thee, not for me.
Yeah.
Said the Jeep owner.
Look, I'm chilling, dog. I haven't had a problem ever since that problem.
Ever since
Which
you had
one?
to replace the entire suspension.
Wait, no overheating issues. The suspension.
That was cool.
Granted, this wasn't really your fault, but when the brake caliper fell off,
That was crazy.
What was the worst thing that happened to my car? My car is from like 2011.
10.
I always get confused.
The worst thing that happened to your car was that wasn't user error or like what? Like just like
Probably like the
no, like I got that. I had to take off the valve cover because of like
well, like you can't.
This is all you.
I'm still drinking.
No, I'm still
I don't
drinking.
know if you can blame the manufacturer of like your car for like, let's say what happened to your mirror.
True.
what was it? Because the only the only thing that we had to like replace other than that like necessarily didn't have to be constantly replaced was like a gasket for like the what was it, the filtered housing, because it has like a little filter on there and that gets clogged like its cruisers your VTEC system. And we just swapped over and it's fine.
It do be acting goofy, and I can tell when that shit happens.
You know, there's this funny time when my friend owned like fuck, what was that? It was like a really old, I think it was a Cobalt, like really old, and she was driving it, and I remember like me not knowing shit. I asked her, when was the last time you had an oil change? And she's like, an oil what? And I was like, huh? Like,
I really sometimes hate
and
being
we
associated with people like that.
and I remember I was like, hey, I may not know what I'm doing, but can you pop your trunk? Like, and I opened it. This bitch didn't have gas, like oil for shit. I was like, oh my gosh. She's
It
like,
took the
yeah.
whole job. Oh my god.
Dude, it reminds me of a short I saw where it was a dude doing an oil change on the like Corolla. And he was like, "When's the last time you checked your oil?" And this chick was like, "It's my baby. It'll tell me if it's thirsty." And he like takes off the drain plug and nothing came out.
Yeah. It's like, bitch, there's no oil. There should be oil on this bitch. Yeah, that was like me with her. I was like, bro, there's nothing on here. That's crazy. At least it should be dark black if it's dog shit.
That
Like,
reminds me of that video of that chick. It's like these two chicks, and then she's like, the car's overheating, so she's like, we're gonna just pour like water into the oil thing, and like since water and oil doesn't mix, like it'll cool it down, but like it won't fuck with it. And she's like, oh bad. And they just start like pouring like coolant into the fucking oil thing, and then like it just cuts to the next video, and then like their car is just fucked. Like their car is smoking on the side of the road, and she's like, I don't know what the fuck we did. And she's like, I don't know. And then it just cuts to like another video where it's like this lady changing her tire, and she's like, we don't need no fucking man. We out here doing it. And then like it fucking falls off the jack stand, and it's like her arm is pinned in between like the rotor and the fucking like the wheel well, because like it all just like fell and collapsed forward while the tire was off.
I like that video because a bunch of people were like, "You're destroying like a part of the vehicle, and that's why it did that. You didn't put it in the right spot."
See, I thought you could say the video or like the short where it's like, "I don't need no man. I would put windshield washer fluid in my car, and this is like pour it all down."
Dude,
Like,
I don't know why, but when we were doing the oil change on my car, I had like a moment where I thought that's what I did, and I was like, what did I just do? What did I just do? I just fucking poured like coolant in my oil, and I was like, wait, no, no, this is the right. I was like, I had to like look at the cap like 3 times, and I was like, okay, right,
dude,
right.
Eddie called me while I was at work today. He was like, "I'm doing my oil change. My drain plug's like stuck." And like he's like, "Can't just like put some WD-40 on it to loosen it?" And like I just wanted to be like, "No, go levels," because like the last couple of times I helped Eddie, who was like his like do stuff on his car, and he's like, "It's stuck." I'm just like, "Dude, this is not pushing hard enough."
Like I get it, man. No one likes punching that weird shaped piece of steel on the car, but like
Yeah, but like I don't know. He's like, "Can I just like shoot some WD-40 on it?" I was like, "Fuck it, just do it."
You just find out that he's like
I don't know. I mean, like
righty tighting instead of lefty loosing.
No, he called me back because he was like, "You want to do the valve cover tomorrow? Because that shit's leaking." And I was like, "Sure." 'Cause I told him like 4 or 5 months ago, I was like, "Yeah, you need a new valve cover on that side." And he was like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Look at it." I was like, "Oh shit." I guess it's gotten worse since then.
that tends to happen. Dude, the fucking the fusion the check engine light on the fusion turned on to like a couple days ago, and it's the fucking gas cap. Tell me how a car that doesn't have a fucking gas cap has a gas cap light come on. It has the fucking easy fuel thing where it doesn't have like an actual cap.
You know what's a real pain in the ass about those? When that system goes, when you get that and those systems go bad, you have to replace the whole fucking gas tank.
Dude,
damn.
I want yeah, dude. I was like, I wanted to just fucking like tear it out and just like go to Vatos out and get a fucking regular gas cap. So mad.
Nah, man, it's not compatible.
I like to see it try. It's gonna
Try
be
what?
compatible after I'm done.
What are you gonna do?
Jam it in there.
I don't think that's gonna stop the car from being like, it's not there.
All right, Jamie, cut that. There's been too much self-incriminating.
Okay, to be fair, I'm pretty sure like like nobody cares that over here pirating or ripping off fucking MP3s back in the day.
Ugh.
I did. Something
Who
like
didn't? Like,
We learned now that we have to pay for services that do that for us.
heck, at least we're not a fucking million streamers being like, just pirate the game, you know? Like, fuck the game industry.
I still that's why I love pirated versions of Spyro 3.
No, because of like all the glitches add in for it.
Yeah, they're like you could play it normally if you can make it to the end. Don't fucking lose your sanity every time you come back to the game and the progress is reset, or you're missing something, or you're fucking gotta go back to another home world to do this one thing.
That's
And
how.
then you fucking beat the game, and it's like, oh, did you beat the game? No, you didn't. Go fuck yourself.
That's kind of how it was with like Fruity Loop. If you downloaded Fruity Loop, like if you pirate it, it wouldn't save. So any beat you made or something like that, it was all gone if you like you couldn't save it. So then you would have to get like a recorder right next to it, and so you'd have to record your song as a new MP3, and then also when it was like what else was it?
that just reminded me of something. That just reminded me of like this scene from like a really early season of Family Guy, where like Stewie has a babysitter and he has like a crush on her, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I made you this mixtape." It's like he's like, "It's really shitty though, because like I don't have like proper equipment, so I had to hold the mic up to the thing like while it was."
Me when I would make a new when people would call me and I would have to play the music at the right time when I wanted to. They're like, "Thanks for calling, Jason," and like fucking Soldier Boy in the background, like, oh my god, that was peak. That was peak. I remember when my sister
Do
did
you
that.
remember those commercials where you would buy where like they would like offer like ringtones or whatever? And they
Yeah,
were like text this to this number. I never knew because I never tried them because I was like, I will get my ass whooped so bad. I didn't even have a phone while those were a thing, but like, I remember seeing them, and I found out later that they were actually subscription services, and that they just like didn't tell anyone. I never knew that they were subscription services, but they were apparently subscription services that were like basic. It was like the gym. They were basically like counting on people like forgetting their subscription.
Yeah. I
yeah.
watched the whole video on that shit.
Oof. My sister was subscribed to one of those things.
Probably still is.
That's crazy. My sister's like keeping them in business.
Still getting monthly Akon ringtones.
Oh my god, I hate how you know more and more.
Was it Akon?
Yeah, it was Akon.
Oh, is that the one she got?
Could have
Yeah.
been worse. Could have been a Marion.
Or
What's on
mine,
shorts?
I remember the peak of my life was when I bought the graduation CD. And when I bought it, I opened it, and you know how like they have like cool stuff like a pamphlet of like them songs, like who like written it. On it was get these free ringtones, and I was just like type, and it wouldn't work for new phones. It was just meant for flip phones back in the day when graduation came out. So I was like, damn. And then I watched those videos like, cool. I didn't go down to a subscription. Kanye almost got me, but I was like, damn. I would have loved to hear "Good Morning" as a ringtone. Good morning. Doo, doo, doo.
That would have been pretty tight.
That would have been so tight.
I would have just not been answering my phone on purpose.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Just to call people back and be like, "Did you hear it? Did you hear it?"
bro, that shit was crazy. I love how old my car is because I don't know why like it's having an issue now, but when someone would call me in my car, it would feel like say like, oh, Cesar Castro is calling you, and if I answer it on time, the car wouldn't know I answered it yet. So it's like Cesar Castro, and like anyone who was on the phone would hear that my car just snitched them out. So my sister was like, Jasmine Lazoya is calling you, and my sister's like, your car just snitched me out. I'm like, yeah, but it was cool, right? It was cool, right?
Why the fuck is your car using my government name?
For reals. Doxing me and shit.
It's better than my car. My car will like, even if I'm not connected to the speaker, if the Bluetooth is on, it'll like auto connect the call and be like loud ass buzz as I'm trying to like listen to music. I tried. It's like all in
This
shorts.
is not what I was looking for, but I.
I'll say, did you guys know anyone was like the special like diatones when you called them?
What do you mean?
Like instead of just being like the standard ringing, it would play like different music.
Oh, when I called my family in Mexico. Oh, I remember that. Still me to this day.
Play it.
All right.
Oh, come on. You're not even Aquarius.
No.
You have a Crunchyroll account?
It used to be a Funimation account.
I mean, technically, doesn't he also have a Crunchyroll account?
You should have access to it now.
You bought Crunchyroll?
He bought Crunchyroll.
You brought Crunchyroll?
Log on.
You're not gonna try? You didn't even try?
Dude, okay, if I'm gonna be honest with you, and I want to thank you so much.
God damn
both
it, it's
of y'all.
like every 3 months, dog.
I love you guys so much because I've been watching Everybody Loves Raymond on Paramount Plus so fucking religiously
I
because of
do-
y'all.
I
Take
do
your
be
shit
like
away
it.
for that.
Oh, cool.
Take your shit away for
Thank you.
that.
I'm not gonna lie, I've been watching so much, and my parents want to say thank you because like football games, it'll pop up on like CBS.
Oh shit, yeah.
My mom
true.
says thank you, by the way.
You know what I hate about iPhone still?
Mm-mm.
What?
Mm-mm.
The gestures.
Dude,
I don't fucking get them.
That's not good enough. Y'all gotta make a thank you video.
like the Africans
everyone's
one where they're
thank you,
thank you,
thank
thank
you,
you.
No,
thank
no.
you,
Like the
thank you.
Yeah, like the military ones where they're hands on their ankles.
Down on
Yeah.
their hands and knees. Thank you,
Thank you, thank
You know,
thank
I know you were talking about that one, but the one that popped in my head for some reason was a birthday video that Andres got you. It was those guys.
That's what Jason was
Yeah,
talking
that's
about.
what I was mentioning. I love those ones. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Chapo,
We love
chapo,
you.
roll.
Big kisses.
Then they
Mwah.
all dance. Happy birthday.
Yeah, that was the most
I gotta
interesting
see that
birthday
again.
gift I ever got.
I gotta see that again. I'm sorry. Even though I don't know how to look that up.
They're getting bank now.
They will literally make a video about anyone. There's so many of them where it's those
There is a
people and it's
lot.
like Jeffrey Epstein or
Yeah.
something, or like Netanyahu on the picture.
Did you see that your boy's getting canceled, by the way?
Jeffrey?
No. What's the dude's name? Jelly Roll?
I saw a meme today. It's like Jelly Roll being canceled for making shitty music. I was like, oh, damn.
About time. Yeah.
No, but
Who? Why?
Did
Why
you-
is he getting
Did you
canceled?
know that? Okay, people. I guess people don't. A lot of people don't know this, but he used to make rap music,
Yeah, I do remember that.
and that's how I know Jelly Roll. So it was weird when people were like, "He makes country music."
Yeah, he made an Andrew Schultz one. That was pretty funny.
but there's a video of him like backstage or something talking about like Jeffrey Epstein, and he's like, "Dude, we did that shit."
Poor Jelly Roll lost all that weight, but lost more than his weight. That Ozempic worked on overtime for him.
Though I forgot he got skinny. You know?
Damn.
Like I saw a photo of him. I was like, Jesus.
Yeah,
Can't find
motherfucker
it.
dropped all that shit.
Bro, they look like the Harry Potter Dementors, dog.
Oof. Me
Dog,
remembering.
that Ozempic shit is crazy. People are like Ozempic until they turn blind, and then they're like, not a great side effect.
I remember I got to my cousin's house and his mom's like, "Can you help me?" And I'm like, "What? Injecting this Ozempic?" I was like, "Whoa, what the fuck did I just walk into? I just wanted to say hi to my family. What the fuck?"
She just looked at her like, "Why didn't you get the pills?"
This was early Ozempic. You know, we make Ozempic, Colorado.
Oh, there's a bunch of pharmacy companies in the state.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
It's all in Boulder.
Yeah, there's like a Pfizer building in Boulder.
Hell yeah, we did it. We did it, guys.
We were talking about it not that long ago because we were in Boulder. We drove past this building that Cesar pointed out was where Eddie works, and I was like, I thought it was the Pfizer building, but it was like 2 blocks away.
Hmm. How is Eddie?
He was good. We'll see him tomorrow.
Really?
He's working on his car.
Yep.
On his third car? Didn't he get a third car?
Yeah. I mean, I guess he has a Impreza, then WX Impreza, then his truck. So
I miss Eddie. He sends me memes still, and I'm like, oh,
I mean, he says in the group chat, so if you actually decide to hang out with us,
I do.
Jason, just go to the gay club.
I haven't been to the clubs in a long
club.
time. Ever since
We're
the
at the gay
PlayStation,
club.
I've just been locked in. I've been so locked in.
Jason, I went to the gay club recently, and there was a bunch of those pop.
Gays.
A lot of those
I mean,
gays.
they were there obviously, but like the gayer like off branch of the gays was there, which is like
you
the
saw those pups that wear like the leather masks.
yeah.
Oh, when I went
And
to the
I
gay
went
club,
for
that was
shooting.
just nothing but pups. I just remember walking in and seeing nothing but pup masks. and I
This
was
one
like-
dude stopped to like bark at me and pet me. I was like, oh god.
I remember there's this one
He
dude.
thinks
He's
I'm a
like,
gay boy
he was
underneath
talking to me.
here.
We had a good conversation till he's like, "Can I sniff your butt?" And I was like, "All right, thank you, sir." I just left. I just went home.
This is what gives us good furries and the good portion of this fandom a bad name.
You can just stop the sentence right there, dog. I'm just kidding. Now, we were actually talking about it while we were playing Fortnite. We're like, the most you'll ever see out of a furry is Pride, and every time I go to Pride, dog, I'm like, dude, it is hot as shit. It's so hot because it is like June or July. June or what? When is Pride? July or June?
June?
And it is hot as shit. I just remember like seeing one just just pass out from heat exhaustion.
Good
I was
night.
like, yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, dog.
That's not what I'm ready for this summer.
It's usually it's right in the middle of the fucking summer.
I
I don't
just
know. I went once and I was like, this is miserable. Like it's so fucking hot and I can't think about anything other than like I want to leave because it's a fucking 100 degrees and I'm hungry.
The
Yeah.
asphalt's hot.
And I don't want to pay like $14 for a fucking water here.
yeah, but Pride's fun.
I was
Pride's
so
really fun.
pissed that one year they were like, "Yeah, we take cash only," and then like I was like, "Oh, I'm prepared." I pulled out cash because the one year I went where they were like, "We only take cash." All the fucking ATMs were like $14 for a withdrawal.
That's crazy. Wow.
That's why I was like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense. $14 for a fucking bottle of
wow.
water."
Fuck.
Either
that's
that, you get in a
crazy.
line for like 30 minutes to drink from like the public access water there.
I felt bad when I had to pay a $10 fee to go to the casino.
They got a cover charge at the casino?
No, for using the ATM.
Oh, I was like, what the fuck?
Some
$10?
casinos have cover charges.
Oh hell no, dude. My coworker Jackson was telling me that he went to the casino. Like he almost never goes, but he went to the casino because like his friends were going or whatever, and he was like at the roulette table and he was like, "Fuck it, whatever." Like goes up, bets one time, and he's like $10 on 16. It lands on fucking 16, and he walks out with like $80 or something, or like no, it was something crazy. He got like $300 because it's like crazy odds if you actually fucking land on it. But he's just like, holy shit. And then he just stopped playing. He's just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
all right, let's fucking go.
No,
Let's
that's a guy that
Okay.
knows when to stop.
Okay. Fuck. I need to ask him what hotel. He said that there's one specific hotel and casino where in the ATM machine, if you need to use the ATM machine, you should go to one specific casino because at their ATMs, the owner will like put in a couple hundreds in the stacks of 20s because you know how ATMs only give out 20s. So like he'll put in like $200 or $300 bills in a stack, and then someone will randomly get it. And it's enough to make sure that enough people are like coming back to that specific ATM, and apparently it's happened. Like he's gotten it once.
So you won like an extra $80?
Yeah, like you're gambling even at the fucking ATM.
Damn.
See, I thought you could say he does it to encourage people to go gamble or something.
I mean, I mean, if you do see that extra money, I wouldn't doubt that it's an incentive to
it's kind
gamble.
of smart though because it's like a $4 charge to use the ATM, right? And if you have to use the ATM, you're gonna go to his just for the chance to be able to get it. So he's getting everyone in Blackhawk's business for the ATM.
I want to go to Black Hawk. I just want to go just to go.
It seems fun, but I want to like spend a weekend there, and it's literally cheaper to go to Vegas and pay for a flight to go to Vegas than it is to stay a weekend in Blackhawk.
So we're going to Vegas. Also, who would like to go with me to Chicago in May?
Chicago.
But I
Are
thought
you-
the museum was sold out.
No
I
mames.
thought you looked it up and you're like, fuck, it was sold out.
The Helen Keller?
No, the Pokemon Museum.
That's
No,
why
I
I'm going.
I
That's
think no.
Oh,
I
are you
think
going to the,
no.
the
That was
like
that was the Tame
fossil one?
Impala thing, wasn't it?
They're not sold out. Game Ball's not sold out.
No, but it's like
Oh, they
they were
fill
like
that bitch to
$200 or
capacity.
some shit, right?
Yo, you know, they're fucking expensive, but like they're not sold out.
Ugh.
But I'm like, no, I remember Jason looking it up and being like, oh damn, it's sold out. You better look it up. I mean,
For the Pokemon thing, right?
the Pokemon
Yeah.
fossil one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got the days off approved, so I was like, damn. Let's
Are
go.
you gonna bring back a fossil or what?
Just take out one of the Pokemon bones.
That's it. I'm buying the
just-
whole fossil.
just bring back like the fossil, like exhibit of the bug, you know.
I brought a Pikachu fossil. Would you like it?
Maybe I'd only have like all the prehistoric ones.
Yeah,
though.
just all the prehistoric ones, yeah.
No, they have.
And like I guess the bugs as well.
If I see a Charizard one, I'm gonna be like, oh.
How will
Uh,
you know? How will you know it's Charizard? How do you know it's not a Dragonite?
True.
Except I guess
Well, yeah,
they
I'm
would
going in
make
there
the
if you guys would
Dragon-
like to join.
Because Dragonites only have one horn.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I guess the horns would probably be the dead giveaway.
Dragonite has one horn on the top of its head. Charizard has two.
Did you ever see the early sketches that Homeboy only had one?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, thank God.
He was gonna continue down
So,
the line with
Who's
this
getting
one. What
Fire
the
Red or
fuck?
Leaf Green? Are you?
Wait, what?
Pokemon for the 30th anniversary, they're re-releasing Fire Red and Leaf Green, but on the Switch.
I don't
On the
have a
Switch too?
Switch.
Switch 1 and Switch 2.
Is
I
it for
don't-
both or just one?
I don't
For
know
both.
either.
Damn.
One's way too expensive, and the other is just like me.
The newest Nintendo console I own is a GameCube, not including the DS you let me borrow.
Have you been playing it?
I have not in a while. It's actually sitting right there. I bet if Cesar picks it up, it's dusty.
It is. I see it.
I could see it from here too.
Are we gonna go get food?